Hi guys, I'm Duncan and I'm from Hickies Music Store.
And I'm Russ, I'm one of the teachers at the Hickies Music School.
Today we're having a look at the awesome new guitars from Squier. They've got a bunch of new colours out and a couple of different pickups as well.
Indeed, the Affinity series is just a fantastic guitar for money. I use the fantastic word again, but that's okay. Essentially, they are for like your beginner to intermediate player, but they have something to offer anybody really. Like the neck profiles alone on these look and feel so good compared to previous examples.
People kind of worry about the whole Squier name, but actually the quality which is coming out of the Chinese factories now is really, really good. I mean, you don't actually have to spend much to get decent quality now from the guys at Fender and Squier.
Indeed. Like, I'll tell you what, the build quality of guitar these days is just absolutely phenomenal for the price, really. Like, you wouldn't have been able to have like a guitar like this about even 5 years ago. It would have been a struggle, actually, to be fair. So what colour is yours, dude? What's going on with that?
Yeah, so this is a racing green. It's got a lovely little kind of sparkle to it. And I've actually got the HSS version, so that's the humbucker single coil. And the pickups in these, I do believe, are the vintage voiced pickups.
Indeed. And my Telecaster is Donald Trump orange. No, it's actually just an orange colour in inverted commas, which is really unusual. Like I've never seen this colour before ever, and I think it's awesome. I think it should be part of the normal like Fender range of colours because I'm pretty impressed by how like panache it looks.
I mean, they came in and we all looked and we weren't actually too sure how they would do. I mean, I've never really seen a bright orange guitar before, but actually. They've come in and gone straight back out again. This is the last one of the orange, which we do have. So,
indeed, I totally grabbed it. I was like, that looks awesome. Gotta have some of that. But yeah, it's just your standard kind of telly setup, really. You've got your classic rosewood and maple style neck, and your older body, like your classic older material. Your funky orange colour, and then your classic two single coils in configuration like a normal Telecaster. Like you've got your bridge one, and then you've got your very iconic Telecaster style neck pickup, which is just unique in and of itself. I think these are fantastic like starter guitars, but then I think I'd be happy to potentially go up on stage with something like this actually.
Yeah, I mean, what about the input on yours as well?
Oh god, yeah, so that very good point. I was going to like bring that up, but the input jack on this Telecaster is genius, and actually I think it should probably be put on all of the Telecasters of Fender's range really.
I mean, one thing I noticed on any of my Telecasters at home is definitely the input. After a couple of times the input's been hanging out. These are definitely
and it's impossible to repair it, right? It's an absolute pain to repair it, and it's something that frequently goes wrong. I mean, the Telecaster is an amazing like designed guitar, but it's so old school that some elements of it kind of need improving. But because it's a sacred cow in the guitar world, it hasn't really been touched. So to have like that as a feature and be able to rectify your input is great. Actually, I think that's fab. And your headstock looks pretty cool. Like it's kind of like one of those old-fashioned style, like Fender.
It's not your more recent ones. It's more of a 70s kind of headstock. So it's quite nice. Other than that, though, there's nothing really kind of too outstanding on this one, rather than just the humbucker in the bridge position. But that's really it. That's
a nice touch, actually, to be able to have a humbucker in the bridge.
Yeah, I mean, you can still kind of coil split it in the second position, so that's still nice. So you still have that.
Cool.
But yeah, going right down to the bridge if you're doing any kind of lead stuff.
In the past, I have to say, some of the other Squier guitars that I've played, I haven't particularly liked the pickup sound of some of them, but I think with these, with the like vintage voiced style,
they stand out now.
They sound really good. Like it sounds like they've kind of put some effort into like making them, and I think it's gone leaps and bounds whatever they've done in the past.
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, the quality now, which is coming out of the Chinese factories for these, is their game has stepped completely up.
Indeed.
So going through some sounds, I'll start off in the bridge position, which is the humbucker. I'm going through bass breaker 15 on a little bit of like a kind of crunch, so I'll roll it off to get my kind of clean sound.
That is basically your amp of choice.
It is my amp of choice.
That is a great amp. Anyway, cool. Sorry.
Alright then, so.
Nice. That was that bridge.
So that's with your middle pickup and then the humbucker split. Actually, saying that, the whammy bar on these as well.
I was going to mention that.
Hold its tuning really, really well.
Because sometimes in the past, like the whammy bar's been something that's let down some of the more entry-level guitars, right?
Yeah.
Just because they haven't stayed in tune, or
people end up snapping them off as well because
No,
it's
it's
really
quite
kind of
solid,
cheap. So
mate,
it
actually.
is really solid, and yeah, it's on its tune great. So we got fourth position as well. This is one of my favourites. So. Quite nice, and then finally in the fifth position. So. Yeah, 4 and 5 are normally the ones which I stick to on a Strat. Just quickly, I'll go through a little bit more kind of gain sound on them, just so you can hear what it sounds like. So if I roll the volume all the way up on the humbucker.
That's an EVH action right there. Nice one.
Quite nice. And then yeah, I mean, you know roughly what they all sound like, so just kind of picking the fourth position and the fifth one as well, with a little bit more gain. You've got going to kind of fifth.
So, yeah, the Telly's a bit more simple in terms of pickup configuration, right? So, we're going to put the brightest one on first, and I'm going to just do a nice clean sound for you guys just to kind of get that kind of sorted. So you got that classic bluesy. Quite bright, quite cutting.
Yeah, it's got a twang to it.
Cut through the mix quite well. And then we got your middle position. Mm-hmm. So, you know, quite good for, you know, stuff in between. So like a bit doobie rocking. Doobie rocking.
It's quite nice.
And we got your neck, which is, yeah, a bit more rounded and a bit more kind of, let's say a bit woollier.
Yeah.
But like the Telly neck in particular is very specific. Like that sound is quite unique and is really good for slide.
You can't get that with anything else.
Right. So.
What about just a little bit kind of a say lead notes over that as well?
Yeah.
That's quite unique. Actually, try just with the clean as well.
All right,
It's not just on neck pickup because that's what a lot of people like use it.
that's why I was like, went straight for it. You gotta, the telly bug will hit you at some point in your life. Whether you like it or not, you will grab yourself a telly. It just happened. So just to add some like more kind of distorted channels. So on the neck again, like it's very good for those nice thick riffs. So that's that. And then with your bridge pickup, you got something kind of like, more like this. Wicked.
That's lovely.
Lots of like, what I like about this is obviously like, don't get me wrong, I love having a whammy bar there, but having your nice fixed bridge, especially on something so old school and thick, gives you quite a lot of sustain to work with.
I mean, how do the pickups roll off? If you got some gain on it and then you roll it back off, how does it sound? Does it clean up?
Okay, it kind of gets a little, you know, I'm kind of on the crunchier end of the spectrum. Just for the record, I'm going through the Blues Deluxe Fender amplifier, my favourite amp of all time. There is no other amp on my way. On the floor, I've got a Marshall Governor, like one of the old school ones, and yeah. So rolling it back off. Still enough to break through, but quite bright, right?
It doesn't roll off as much as a Strat would.
Yeah, I mean, I've got quite an extreme gain setting on the floor, but like your Telecaster is traditionally quite bright anyway, so it's going to pick up on all of that too, to be fair. So, but awesome guitars, right? And for crazy value for money.
Yeah, well, this one, well, both of them are, I do believe it says 182, so 182.
Well, mine's £10 less.
Ooh. For the orange one.
You can get a right on strap for that, guys. But there you go. Like, these are great. I think they're fab. So yeah, that's the Squier Affinity series, really.
Yeah, these are good quality guitars for not bad price.
Very solid in funky colours.
That's it. I mean,
which is always a unique selling feature, right?
You're not a serious person. You want something to stand out from the crowd.
Absolutely.
These are definitely the way to go. I mean, when have you ever seen someone play an orange guitar on stage?
Especially a telly too. That's the way forward, man.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I've been Russ and
I've been Duncan. We'll see you in the next one.
Indeed. Take care.